Filipinos, in partnership with Island Pacific Seafood Market, proudly presents Ooooh-Bae, together with Ginger Lim Di Mapasok of Cafe 86, hosted by Mary Grant, the Filipina. And now, please welcome Jason Lucina of SoCal Filipinos.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jason Lucina, the founder of SoCal Filipinos. Really excited for today's demo with Ginger Lim Di Mapasok. I also want to thank our sponsor, Island Pacific. I have the honor of introducing you to my friend, to Mary Grant, the Filipina. You've seen her on previous talk shows. You've seen her on our last panel. Welcome, Mary.
Hey, Jason. What's up, SoCal Filipinos? How's it going, everybody?
I think we're all doing fun. I actually wore purple in honor of today's
Yes, you're very
workshop.
delicious.
And I also have my bottle of Island Pacific Ube Halaya.
Halaya. Yes, me too.
Or Halaye.
Well, I said it Hayala. Ginger corrected me on that one, so now I know how to say it.
Well, I'm hungry and I can't wait to see what you guys are making, so go ahead and take it away.
Well, I just want to welcome everybody for joining us today. And we have a really special event. Ginger, who is also the co-owner chef from Cafe 86. She's got a bunch of locations in Southern California, also Las Vegas. So she will be joining us today, and she is going to show us and myself how to cook something. Welcome, Ginger.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here.
So today, what I intended to do when you guys talked to me about doing the demo was to do something kind of semi-homemade, because I bake all day at the store. When I come home, when we make desserts, it's typically something quick and easy, something like chopped, where you just grab something out of your pantry and make something really quick. And quick and easy is always, nice to be able to pull off at home after a long day of work. So we're gonna make ube makapunok turnovers today.
And what was your inspiration? How did you come up with that idea?
Well, we at the cafe we make an ube makapunok Pop-Tart, but that would require you making like a legit pastry crust and all that. So I wanted to kind of make it quick and easy for everyone, for everyone. And just grab your frozen store-bought puff pastry, and inspired by the products that Island Pacific now carries at their store, we're gonna make the filling, and it's gonna be really good.
Awesome! I am so excited because, like you said, I'm so glad that it's quick and easy what we have in the pantry, because me, and I'm sure most of the world, we love, fancy frou-frou desserts, but I do not know how to make a simple dough. Especially baking is really difficult because it's really a science. So I'm glad that we have like easy ingredients and easy steps, because that's what I pay for when I go to Cafe 86 for those frou-frou desserts, because I can't make it at home. So
well, yeah, it's gonna be really easy. Growing up, I always wanted to make things like from stuff that I would find in my mom's pantry, not her panty, but her pantry. And just like take a pandesal, make a dessert out of that and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. And it's gonna be easy and fun. And there's room for you to learn how to bake one of these days. But we should do.
Please, yeah. So tell us, let's go over the ingredients, because I know some people wanted to follow along, so we can show our ingredients.
Okay, so the one thing that didn't come from, there's two things that didn't come from the Filipino market, which is Island Pacific, and that would be the puff pastry, the frozen puff pastry, the Pepperidge Farms, and the brick of cream cheese.
Okay.
Those two things didn't come from Island. I bought it at the regular grocery, but from Island Pacific, it's so beautiful. The branding is so nice. um, a jar of ube halaya.
Oh yeah.
Then yeah, you get that. Then we're gonna use their makapuno.
Makapuno.
The makapuno is that young coconut strings that they cook in sugar. My mom actually plants makapuno in her farm, so when I don't have the jar, I actually have a frozen pack of what my mom makes in my freezer.
Wow.
We're gonna do either regular condensed milk, or I know Mary has the ube flavored condensed milk from Island Pacific.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna keep it pretty easy. A little bit of your favorite ube flavoring. There's a bunch out there in the market. I'm using Uniflavor's ube flavoring.
Yes.
And then we're gonna need a couple of eggs and some sugar. So
Eggs and sugar.
yeah, you have eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah. Mary, what's eggs in Kapampangan?
Ebon.
Nebon. Right.
Behind the raw sugar.
Got
I'm
your stuff?
my sugar. I will return. No, whenever I would have the hiccups growing up, my mom would say, you could probably say it much better than me. I'd be like, oh, and she'd be like, hey, mangingakit kang ebon.
May nakit kang ebon?
An ebon. And I'm like, Mom, what's that? And she's like, oh, you stole an egg.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did that make me have the hiccups? I don't
know. I don't know what that means, but like the cure for hiccups is they'll scare the shit out of you, like wah! And then your hiccups go away.
And then you choke, and then of course, yeah.
And then you choke, and then you die. Okay, so we'll start with the recipe. Everything is pretty much dump in a bowl, and we'll use a little hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, a little bit of elbow grease will be able to pull this recipe off. But the beauty about this recipe, it didn't require science. So these things will be something you could adjust to your liking. If you wanted it to be sweeter, if you wanted it to be more than ube, you can do that. You could even add more cream cheese if you wanted it to. I'll talk about what it can mimic later.
Ooh, okay.
But we'll start off with the recipe, which will need a full cup of the ube jam.
Okay.
You have a spoon. When I'm usually doing this at home, I won't measure, but you're here, I'll measure with you.
I was like, you're probably such a professional that you can just like, eyeball it, know it.
With baking, if we're baking like a cake or bread, I'll measure everything. But with stuff like this, homemade, easy to do home stuff, I'll eyeball it. But today we're gonna measure. So a cup of that. Let me add a little bit more because that cup was. And then you're gonna take half. We're gonna use a total of 1 cup of the makapuno, but we'll start with half.
Okay.
Because the other half we're gonna do later when we're filling it. So everything pretty much just gets dumped in the bowl.
I mean, it's chunky, it's okay, right? I mean, that's sort of like
that's fine. Because it's all gonna get mixed in.
Okay.
I notice you like to come to San Diego when you're cooking.
I know, because my best friend has like the best kitchen with all the like tools, and all I have like is a spoon and a bowl at my house. So I'm like, let me go to a real kitchen.
One of these days we'll bake at our kitchen.
What's that?
We'll bake at our kitchen, the big one.
Yeah. We need to. You need to teach me like stuff because it's science. I don't have the patience to like measure and weigh grams. Like, what does that even mean?
I was telling Jason it would be fun to teach you how to pipe frosting flowers, like decorate a cake.
Ooh.
That would be fun to teach you that.
That would be fun because I also am kind of like a child in the sense where I don't have patience, and if I mess something up, like I'm like and then I just destroy it, and I'm like, all right, well I tried that, so that was fun.
That would be fun to do, is to teach you how to decorate a simple cake.
Yes.
That would be kind of hilarious.
Dang, I just tried this spread, and it's sweeter than what I thought. It was just going to be like potato-y, but it was sweet. It was good.
Yeah, they sweeten it. So this particular ube jam that they make is just literally ube and sugar. Whereas I was telling Jason earlier, I grew up in the Philippines where I literally would live on the ube jam that comes from Baguio, made by the nuns. And that one is mixed in with, I believe they use like star margarine and a lot of condensed milk and most likely a little bit of coconut milk. So that's a little different flavor profile than what I grew up having. But I think they're doing this for more shelf stability. But it's good to have on hand for quick and easy recipes like this.
Yeah.
So
okay, I put my spread and my makapuno. I didn't do anything else yet.
Your cream cheese is a total of 8 ounces. We're only going to need 4 ounces, so we'll do just simple fractions and just take half of it and dump it in your bowl.
Okay. And have you ever made your own ube halaya?
Halaya at the cafe. We make vats and vats of ube halaya, which is
like a workout.
Yeah, it's a workout. It's the basis for a lot of our recipes at the cafe. We use ube halaya for a lot of it. So either ube halaya or the fresh, frozen, grated kind. You can use ube in so many different forms. There's flavor, there's the powder, so many different kinds.
So do you ever, like when COVID and the kids weren't in school, did you ever, like be that Filipino mom where you're like, you're coming to the shop with me, I'm putting you to work. You're going to stir the ube halaya.
We actually, the beginning stages of the cafe, funny enough, when they were younger was when we would bring them in. During the pandemic, they worked storefront with us. So
you were what?
They worked the storefront with us.
Oh, cool.
So they learned how to make drinks, pack the desserts, greet customers. Leah's a little younger, so not much her, but Jaden was able to come and work with us with his friends at the store.
Oh, that's so fun. That's cool.
Teenager na, so pwede na. Pwede na. How young were you when you first started to work?
When I first started to work?
Yeah.
Like for money?
Yeah, like did you get a job out of high school or?
Yeah, so my first job, because of course, like my dad would make me mow the yard, and I was like 12, and he'd be like, "Here you go, here's $5," and I'm like, I'm pretty sure people get paid a little more than that. And I grew up in Virginia, so we actually had like a real yard instead of like 5 feet of grass here,
I think that was one of those vacations you took where I saw you riding a golf cart through I don't know if that was Virginia that you visited, but.
Oh, that's Mississippi. My other family's in Mississippi. We were driving a golf cart to like the pond. Yeah,
that one.
Such open space. Yeah, my first job was working at a snack bar at 16 at an airport, a really small airport in Charlottesville, Virginia.
That was your first job. Yeah, Jaden is gonna be 14 this summer, going into his freshman year. So we had already warned him that he's gonna most likely start working at the cafe. So work at the cafe, then Lee is gonna work at the bakery side, and gotta learn the ropes.
That's awesome. Good.
Did you get your cream cheese in?
I did.
Okay, so you have the ube condensed milk. I have regular condensed milk. So Island Pacific, I noticed their condensed milk's more like easier to pour than most, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
So
well, I have the ube one, and it was a lot thicker than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because I've used the mango before and it poured, but this one it was thicker.
Thicker, yeah. So just dump that in too. And then we're gonna add a little bit of ube flavor, liquid ube flavor, just to enhance the flavor more. And then we're gonna make some noise and mix it all.
Smells so good. Like,
just a little bit, like a teaspoon worth, you know, eyeball mine.
I was gonna say you're probably gonna do it by eye.
I did not.
I would probably pour half of it if I tried to do it by eye.
Are you gonna mix by hand or are you gonna use a hand mixer?
I'm gonna use a hand mixer.
Okay, we'll make noise at the same time.
If I was at my house, I would be doing it by hand.
Now, if I can find my beaters. Okay, so we're just basically gonna mix it together till it's kind of smooth.
Okay. Oh, okay. We're gonna mix it together till it's smooth.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for it to come together. You won't get it super smooth because of the makapuno string, so it's not gonna get super smooth. You just want it to be like one cohesive mixture.
Ooh, I feel like a baker now.
Baker na baker.
But I'm not supposed to lift it up, right? Mine is very, very purple.
Mine too. Oh, because you used the whatchamacallit, the ube flavored.
Oh, true. Yeah, it was really purple to begin with.
Yeah, and then probably the brand of, ube flavorings have different degrees of coloration. So,
okay, there we go.
So mine looks like this.
I'm getting it everywhere.
Taste it. It's kind of like cheesecakey,
Yeah.
sweet. So from this point, you can adjust to your liking whether you wanted to add more cream cheese, more condensed milk to sweeten it. This kind of mimics. You could do like an ube flavored cheese roll, like they do at Portos.
Okay, I'll show mine.
Let me see.
Now, is yours like pretty thick or is it kind of runny?
Yes, thick. You want it to be thick. See?
I guess it is thick.
Yeah, yours is thick. Yours is thick.
Thick like me, girl.
You got it. So do you have, did you get a pastry bag or do you have Ziploc bags?
I do have a pastry bag.
Nice, so shall. Okay, very good. So we'll put this aside really quick and we'll prep the puff pastry. At this point, turn on your air fryer so it preheats 390. Turn it on so it starts to warm up.
Preheat, start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Preheat the air fryer. So puff pastry is just layers and layers of butter, and it's like a pie crust kind of thing, but
like a croissant?
Yeah, this is pretty much like what they use for croissant, but croissant is yeasted. Puff pastry, what creates the puffiness is the layers of cold butter. So that's what it is. It takes a lot of skill and precision to make this from scratch. This is why we buy it store-bought.
Sounds good.
So yeah, we buy it frozen. We let it sit out at least 40 minutes prior to using it, so that it's easy to work with. How's yours looking?
Mine, it's still in the bag, but I touched it and it was not frozen anymore, so that's good.
So lay it out on a surface. It's got a little bit of flour on it, so that's enough to prevent it from sticking.
Oh, but I'm only it comes with two. I'm only using one, right?
Use one right now. You can fill more later, but just for demonstration purposes, we'll use one.
It's like, I didn't know there was a bag in there. So, I forgot. So just so you guys know, if you're gonna use your air fryer, I usually use those basket liners. So if you preheat the air fryer, like you should probably not do it with the basket liner in there.
You will burn your house down. Girl, I did that yesterday.
I was like, what does that smell? It's preheating. And I forgot the liner.
Yeah, you have the basket liner. You're going to burn the house. So lay out your puff paste on your surface.
Okay. I don't know. Do I need a roller?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nope. So
Okay, mine is cold. It's cool.
yes.
Not, oh, that's fine. Okay.
Perfect.
Got
So
it.
it just needs to be easy for you to work with. Otherwise, if it's usually too cold, it cracks. But you can put them back together. You can like squeeze them back together, press some water on your fingers and press the dough back together and it'll be fixed.
Okay. I'm going to actually wash my hands really quick.
Go ahead.
While I'm doing that, I saw people were talking about the locations. Can you tell us how many locations and where are they right now?
So Cafe 86's original location is in Chino. The second one is in Artesia. There is one location in Las Vegas and then two in San Diego. Mira Mesa and Chula Vista is where they are in San Diego. And we're opening soon in Northridge. So that's, how many is that? 6?
Wow. That's right. I remember you had Chula, and then I forgot, during COVID, you opened up freaking Mira Mesa.
Yeah, we kind of crept into Mira Mesa during COVID. That's always been the plan, but it was put in the back burner because of COVID. We were really unsure of what was going to happen. So we just kind of crept into the city, opened up slowly, and, you know, where we're going, we love Mira Mesa. We love our customers there. It's such a homey feel because we're next to like a plaza where there's a lot of Filipinos. So yeah, we love it there.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, my hands are clean.
Your hands are clean. Open up your pastry slowly. Just lay it out on a surface that you have.
Okay.
And then, if you want to be precise, you can use a ruler, but you can just literally cut it into 4s.
I feel like yours is a lot bigger than mine.
Really?
I don't know.
No, it's the same size.
It's the same?
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're cutting it into 4.
Cut it into 4. So a full package will do 8 turnovers. But we're just going to do 4 right now for demonstration purposes.
Okay. Wow, I feel like a baker.
You feel like a baker?
Wow, I'm so simple.
Okay. So what you're going to do, fork?
Fork.
Get your tinidor, my love.
Okay.
Yeah, so puff pastry, when you bake it off just like this, it literally puffs up to like this much. So we don't want it to be super puffy. In order for us to achieve that, we're going to have to, they call this docking, but you know, tusok the pastry.
They call it what?
Docking. So you're docking it.
Oh, there's another version of that word that I know, but we won't discuss that here.
We're just going to tusok the puff pastry a lot of times to prevent it from overly puffing up.
Is that how you do that on pizza?
They do it on pizza when I notice that they do it to the inside of the pizza crust.
Yeah.
And then leave the outside undocked so the sides puff up. So it's kind of like what they do. Yes.
I did not know that.
The term docking, D-O-C-K.
I've never docked before until today.
Congrats! You just docked your first puff pastry.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. And then where's your eggs, girl?
Huh? So I'm fully docked and ready to go.
Perfecto. Set it back down, and then we're gonna. Have you ever separated whites from yolks?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna literally, all we need are the whites. So you're gonna separate your egg whites from your yolks.
And I'm doing this to 2 eggs?
Yes.
Okay. Now I am not a professional, so I will say sometimes I might get a little yolk in there. Is that okay? Or is it like meringue where I have to start
No,
over?
no. This is not sensitive. We're not making macarons or anything. We're just we just wanted to glaze our pastry. It's just egg whites tend to give you a nicer, clearer, crisper look. But if you get mixed in with a little yolk, it's not a life changer. So you're good. You're good.
Got it.
Just
Plop.
get your
Plop. Stop going.
Lawenken. Let me see.
I'm still trying to separate it.
Just pull it off. That's what's the word for that? Snot. No, it's not snot. Something.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I'm like a child. Okay. So 2. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm not going to jinx myself.
Oh, you're fine.
And I did not get any eggshell. Woohoo!
Good job.
Sweet.
Perfect. Set that aside. Get your brush out. We're going to need that in a bit. And we're going to now fill our pastry. So get your pastry bag.
I have a little one. Is that okay?
Yeah, you have a little one. Perfect.
Okay.
Here's a tip. If you have a cup that you can use,
Yes.
the easiest way to fill a pastry bag is for you to isa lang. Ilan yan? How many do you have? One lang, ha?
Yeah.
Open it up. Okay, put it into here. Oh, you have a fancy tip? Did you get a tip?
Oh, yeah. Do I need to take the tip off?
Take it off. Yeah, you don't need that.
Wait.
You don't need that.
Okay. I feel like my hand's too small. There we go. I got it.
So you're just gonna want to drape it over your cup so that you have it's easier to fill. Yeah, drape it and then fold the sides over the cup.
It's okay. I'm just gonna put a little bit.
Like you're folding over a sock.
Okay. Like this.
Perfect.
Okay.
Take a scoop of your filling. I would say do about half a cup worth. Don't fill too much because then you're gonna have a hard time piping it.
Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that because I would have put the whole thing in there.
Yeah, don't. Just like half a cup's worth. And then I know yours already has a hole. Your bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh, so the pastry bags you use
mine are disposable.
doesn't have. Oh, okay, got it.
So
Okay.
so
then I just push it down.
push it down like this.
Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun.
So this is the way you're gonna hold it. You're gonna between your thumb and your forefinger.
Okay. I gotta get it down there.
Yeah, twist it.
So thumb and forefinger and twist it.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold it like this. So that's how you're gonna do it. Now put it back in your cup while we prep everything. Remember the remainder of your makapuno?
Yes.
So get that out too and get a fork.
A fork. Okay.
Let me see. I'm not seeing the comments right now. If you guys have questions, you can put it on the comments and try to read. Where's my glasses?
Yes, please. If you guys have questions or if you have any, ask the professional ginger who's, won national competition on, a network show. If you want her advice on something, this is a perfect opportunity to ask her.
Is that cat? Cat. Hi, cat.
Oh yes, thank you, Island Pacific, for posting the recipe.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Yay!
Okay, you got your stuff ready? Your makapuno with a little
I do.
jar, your piping bag, and your pastry brush and your ebon.
Okay.
Someone's calling me a Lola on the.
But who's calling you Lola?
I don't know because I can't see. Okay, so pastry brush, your egg. So what we're gonna need is the eggs to help us seal the edges of the puff.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just brushing about half an inch worth of the corners of the edges.
Okay, I see.
You see? So that's just gonna help you seal the puff so it doesn't explode and open up.
That's a good idea. And it doesn't have to be like soaking, right? It's just
No.
Okay.
Just enough, like a light glue. Like you know when you glue stuff at school and you put too much glue and it just gets super gloppy.
True. Good comparison.
Yeah. Dot dot. The teacher would say dot dot, not a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like that. I understand.
Yeah. Okay, when you're ready, let me know.
Okay. Why is it so hard for me? It's like my hands are not used to
Dude,
this
brushing.
feeling. Yeah, like
Just
brushing.
imagine it as brushing highlighter on the temples of your cheeks.
Oh,
That lights.
I got it now.
Am I speaking your language now?
It's like, yeah, like a little.
Highlights on your cheeks.
little
Yeah, exactly.
got it. Thank you. You're speaking my language.
You know, you're my sister, so I know.
Yes.
I know the other languages you speak, but we're not going to speak of them today.
Yeah.
Because Jason's going to shut down the screen.
It's gonna be like, oh, we have technical difficulties. I'm making sure I'm not gonna say certain words today.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Okay, so I have my egg.
Okay, so we've got the egg wash along the edges to seal it. So now you're going to grab your filling.
My filling.
So like I said, this is your hand.
Twist.
The thumb and the forefinger is where you want to put. There you go. Twist it.
Twist it. Ooh,
And then-
wait.
Yeah.
Don't be gross, Mary.
So you got the square. We're going to do the filling on just like the bottom part, half a triangle.
Okay.
But what you want to do, Mary, is leave. Let me see. You want to leave about half an inch around it. I don't know if you can see that.
I can, yes. Okay.
That way we have room to seal the edge.
Okay.
So don't be too heavy-handed on the filling. That way we're able to seal it properly.
Okay. I will not for the last two.
So there.
Okay. Let's try to keep it again. Hold on. I think that's her. Okay. Ooh, and I forgot. I see the coconut in there.
Yes. So there's makapuno in there, but it's yummier when you add a little bit more makapuno. So you're gonna take whatever you have left, not a lot, about a teaspoon worth.
Okay.
Just lay it on the top.
Wait.
Need water? It's right there. Sorry, my daughter wants watermelon and I'm next to the fridge.
Hey, girl. Oh, I was like, where's
Say hi. Hi. She doesn't want to show her face. You know Leah.
Miss Leah.
Leah, but I asked her to be my assistant today and she says, oh, hell no.
She's like, I have video games to play, Mom. Hello.
She says, why me? Because I said, you're my daughter. She said no. Shut me down. Teenagers.
Yeah.
I just put a little bit more makapuno on top.
Okay.
For good measure, and because makapuna is super yummy. So if you go to Island Pacific, on the same aisle where they keep all the jams and the halaya, I saw that they had this, the halo halo mix in a jar. Did you
Oh,
see this? Mary, their halo halo. Oh shoot, can't see. Can't be an
yeah.
influencer. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
want
like the makeup.
yeah. If you want to do a variation of the filling, you could just do their ube jam and then like take little bits and pieces of the halo halo in a jar, and it's a halo halo turnover.
Dang. You personally put cream cheese in that?
In what?
Like if you do the halo halo.
You could do this base, the one we made, plus the halo halo mix-ins.
Oh
Or
yeah.
you could just, if you don't have time, you could literally just mix the ube jam with makapunot, mix it,
Yeah,
and put the halo halo fixins, and you
true.
got a
Mm.
variation of it. You could do prawn, bananas, and langka, and brown sugar, and all that. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna seal. So
Okay.
2 corners of your puff pastry, you're just gonna bring it up and over to me.
Okay. Up and
Up
over.
and over, and then you're gonna just take your finger and seal the edge down with your finger. Don't be scared if you end up having fillings spill out a little. It's fine. It's just gonna be toasted and yummy anyways.
It's very squishy.
Squishy, yes.
Okay.
So just up and over.
So if I have like an air pocket, do you
Take
suggest that I
your-
fill it?
Yeah, just like kind of take your fingers and
Oh, okay.
kind of press it so that your air pockets go away.
Okay.
Parang siyang empanada, but it's triangle,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Ay! Well, you said it's okay if the filling comes out, right?
Yes. Mine came out a little bit. It's fine. It won't harm the pastry at all. So you press it down to seal, and then you're gonna take your fork again, Miss Mary.
Okay. Yeah, because I tried to make like empanadas with just like dinner rolls because I'm lazy and I don't know how to do dough. And if it doesn't seal it, like if it doesn't stick, it like explodes and then it's not even a triangle anymore.
You probably need the egg wash.
The glue.
Yeah, to seal it together.
Okay. Got it.
What are you doing?
Okay. All right. So I have them sealed.
Okay, and then you're gonna take your fork again.
Okay. And that's where I'm gonna push it.
Yeah, we're gonna crimp like the edges with the fork. It's just for like insurance to make sure it's properly sealed.
Okay.
And it
But I
kinda-
don't need to push it like all the way through,
no,
right?
no, just enough to like give it a little crimp on the edge.
Wow, it's starting to look real now.
Starting to look real,
Wow.
diba? And then so many things you could fill this with.
Yeah.
You could fill this with longanisa and egg. You could fill this with
Oh, you know what? I want to try too. I saw in Bay Area, of course, everything is like starts up there. There was this trend going around, I want to say right before COVID. And it was like bagel with ube cream cheese and
Ooh.
bacon. So it was like a
Bacon?
sweet and savory. Yeah, it was like a sweet and savory
Ooh.
breakfast thing.
I have never heard of that, but that sounds really, really yummy. I want a bagel. Christine of Creme Caramel out in your hood. She
Yeah.
does bagels. And her bagels are like, she does them differently. She's like pandesal bagels, kind of like that.
Oh yes, I've tried that. They're totally like Filipino bagels.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the hole. It's very circular
Yes.
with that crusty crust. Yes, I
Yep.
do those. Yep.
You got it, babe? You got your edges nice and pretty.
Yeah. Do you do both sides or just one side?
That's it. One side.
Oh, okay.
And then one last with the fork. We're gonna poke the top of the pastry 3 times. What that does is it allows the steam to escape while your pastry is baking so that it doesn't blow up. So 3 holes across.
Now it looks like my holes are not going all the way through.
Yeah, they're not gonna go all the way through. They're just enough for you to poke the top pastry.
Okay, got it.
Sorry, something popped up on my thing.
Got it.
Okay. And then the last step before we go into the oven is we're gonna brush it one last time with the egg whites.
Okay.
So
and just one side, right? For now.
One side, just like your highlighter.
Oh,
Lightly brush the top and the crimped edge. What that does, it allows the pastry to get nice and shiny when you bake it. So it's just really for appearance.
Got it.
Makes
and
it
Ginger, where did you learn how to bake?
I learned how to bake because I was a nosy little kid. My mom and my dad had a little turo restaurant in our village in Parañaque. And then next to our restaurant was a bakery. And then every time I hung out at the restaurant, I would actually just cross over to the bakery and sit there and watch them make stuff. And they'd feed me scraps of pandesal, cake, sans rival.
Wow.
That's how I learned how to bake. And then one of my mom's helpers at the restaurant was also baking. So that was when my love for baking began.
How old were you?
I was probably 7.
Oh, wow, that's young.
Yeah, 7. I was always nosy in the kitchen, but I literally hung out at that bakery and just for scraps. I'd hang out just so they can feed me chocolate cake scraps.
See, it's good to feed, I don't have any kids, but I'd like to think, it's good if you really feed into the curiosity of children.
Yes.
Sometimes I go to work and I hear people and they're like, oh, my kid was annoying me. And I just, get out of the kitchen or just go play your game. And it's like,
no.
Man, you never know if you totally feed into that, like where they could go or like just to support that spark.
Exactly.
Could just like have them run with it. And then it's like, now you have a freaking empire. Like,
yeah,
really interested.
My parents just let me do whatever I want in the kitchen. Like when I started to learn how to cook, they're just like, okay. And I'll just ask, can we buy ingredients? And my mom would say, okay. And from then on, I just kept cooking and kept baking and
Awesome.
But yeah, after you brush your egg whites on it, we're gonna take some granulated sugar and sprinkle it over, and that's gonna bake off and make it nice and crusty and crispy and give extra flavor to the puff pastry.
And am I just kind of like sprinkling it like salt?
Yes, like a little shower.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. I would say there's about half a teaspoon sprinkled. Yan. Yan.
Yan. Awa, sige na. Wapit. Yan.
Then, now is the safe time. Once you do that, the safe time to put our air fryer liner back.
So you're saying I should not use the one that I burnt up earlier?
Well, if you want it to be a little toasty flavor, go ahead.
It is.
But if that's your
flavor for sure.
I don't know how big your basket is. Mine only fits 2 of the turnovers.
I'm going to go with probably 2 as well.
Yeah. So when you're done with that, you can go ahead and load it up.
Okay.
I'm going to load 2 up.
And did you put a liner on? I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put my liner on and then 2 turnovers in there. So from this point, Mary, you could freeze these things on a tray.
Nice.
Yes. Perfection.
Nice.
I call Mary, when we talk secretly, I call her Murit.
Murit Mary, that's me.
Murit with the buldit.
That's right. Right. Murit with the buldit.
Yes. So Jason's asking if you can do peach mango. Yes, you can do peach mango. What you'd have to do with that is just cook up diced up peaches and mangoes, and add a little cornstarch slurry so that it doesn't get too runny and watery. So we'll pop this into the air fryer, 390. We'll start with 8 minutes. So I don't know how hot your air fryer gets, but pop it in 390 for 8.
Is the temperature at 390?
Yes.
It is already. Oh, I see it. Okay. Start. Oh. So I preheated it already, and
Yeah.
I guess the time isn't gone. So now it's preheating. How do I get past that?
Well, what kind of air? Mine I just go straight to bake.
Oh, how do I?
Put it on your cook setting already and just set it to 390 and time it for 8 minutes.
Got it. 390. And then time. Putang. Oh.
Putang, I'm not gonna say what my mom said. Hey, putang babe. That's what my mom said. I don't know if she's watching.
Let's just roll with it. We'll roll with it. It'll be fine.
She might be watching, but that's okay. I love it.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so you know us Filipinos, we are obsessed with ube. And you know what? There's multiple ways, just like there's multiple ways of saying lumpia. I mean, I don't prefer lumpia, but we have Ooooh-Bae. For somebody who does not know what that is, because sometimes I bring in ube treats to work and people are like, oh, that's aggressive. That's really colorful. They're worried the flavor is very bright. Or they think also that it's food coloring.
Yes.
So for somebody who doesn't know what ube is, how would you describe that and the flavor?
Well, first of all, you tell them it's a purple yam. That way they know that out of nature, it's been purple.
Yeah.
So, food coloring may be added down the line, but it's naturally purple. So it's a purple yam. I would always explain to customers that it is kind of like the cousin of your sweet potato, but it does not come naturally sweet. And the flavor profile is more like a mild vanilla flavor when you eat the ube just steamed. And, it's enhanced by things like coconut milk. Like I said, growing up, the ube flavor profile that I know so well, I know had lots of butter, lots of coconut milk, and condensed milk. But on its own, if you taste it, it's really like a really mild sweet potato, not very sweet. And that's got that vanilla undertone to the flavor. So it's very mild. It's surprising for them, especially when, ube ice cream came out in the mainstream markets like Trader Joe's. People were so pleasantly surprised at how they loved the flavor profile. So, you just mentioned that it's a cousin, it's a yam, and then they'll kind of immediately go into that zone where, they probably make pies out of it because, Americans would easily relate to like a yam pie or a sweet potato pie. So a cousin of that.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's weird, like you said, with the whole, it's enhanced with like butter, sugar. I don't know, for some reason I forgot that part. And I went to the store and I was like, oh, let me buy some purple yams. And I made it like a sweet potato. You just put in the microwave and you steam it. And then I put butter, and I don't know, I guess I was thinking it was going to be like a sweet potato casserole flavor. And I was like, oh, it's a sweet potato. It's just purple,
Well, you know that Chio and JR make Ube Mashed Potatoes at their place, right?
That's right, yeah. And it has that sweeter, like a little sweeter than a potato flavoring to it, yeah.
Yeah. So out here in the States, it's really, really hard to get fresh ube. So what you commonly see at the markets will most likely be an Okinawan sweet potato.
Yes.
So that one is sweeter. It could be used in place of ube, but then you're going to have to cut back on something like sugar. And then you're going to have to add some ube extract to bring it out a little more. But it's just not quite the same.
Yeah.
Like for us at Cafe 86, we use a specific variety of ube from the Philippines called the Kinampay variety. So it's stickier and a lot less hydration. Like, most potatoes are a little watery. This kinampay variety of ube tends to be a lot dense and stickier. So when we make our ube jam, it's really, really like jammy and sticky. So there's a lot of different varieties. There's the Vietnam varieties. I know there's some in Indonesia, but we specifically like to use that one variety out of the southern Philippines.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yay. Mine, okay, so mine preheated maybe like what, 2 minutes? And then now it's on the cooking countdown.
We will check it at 8 minutes. For my air fryer, it was baking at about 8 to 10 minutes. And then you got to flip it. And then we're going to do another 3 to 5 minutes on the other side. And you're going to see it's going to be nice and golden and puffy and crispy. And then, I don't know, did you buy ice cream?
I did. And I actually bought, I couldn't decide. And
How many did you buy?
well, of course I had to get the ube, right?
Yeah.
And then I had to get the macapuno.
Oh,
and then I just also wanted the corn and cheese because actually I had Jason's cheesecake the other day and it reminded me of the Maja Blanca, Maja Blanca. So I was like, I have like corn stuck in my head as well. So
Jason, can I have one? Because I want one.
Yeah, like they're like secret off menu, but I feel like I plug it so much that you should just go ahead and put it on the menu. Yeah.
Why is it off menu?
Well, he was just making it like he was just inspired one day and was like, I'm gonna make maiz con hielo and then the Maja Blanca. So I think it's just right now, just you ask for it, but I think the people are talking and the people want what they want. So yeah.
What? Yeah, you need to just sell that one, Jason. But I will be in Northridge a lot. So that's
oh my God, I can't say how do you say Maja? What?
Maja Blanca.
Maja Blanca.
There you go.
Maja Blanca.
Yes, very good. So this recipe that we did, from this point, if you don't want to eat all of it, what I like to do is like you can lay some parchment on a plate, pop this in the freezer till it's like super frozen, and then keep it in Ziploc bags. And then when you feel like having a fresh baked pastry, you could just pop it into your air fryer.
Even frozen?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I can do.
Yes. So
I've tried to do it where I like defrost it and then I forget about it. So
you don't have to. You can just like straight out of the freezer.
Nice.
Like the toaster pastries, like your American toaster pastry.
Nice.
You put it into your air fryer just like that. And you can fill it with a lot of things. Cocoa jam. Like I said, that one aisle of Island Pacific had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I do. Oh my gosh, I love cocoa jam.
Yeah, cocoa jam. I could imagine cocoa jam with strips of jackfruit would be a good filling. Turon style filling, you can just cook some saba with brown sugar and jackfruit and fill this with that too, and it'll be like a turon pastry. Mine just beat. I don't know how far yours is.
Mine says 3 minutes, but it also was like preheating.
So at my 8-minute mark, my one side looks like that.
Ooh, pretty. I'm gonna peek in mine.
I'm gonna flip mine. And
I think mine's ready to flip.
yeah.
Oh, see?
Hi, very good. See, pretty. Okay, flip it over. Flip it over and we'll do, let's do 3 minutes and then we'll check it at 3.
What would you do savory? Because I'm weird where I like sweet and then savory and then back to sweet, savory.
I would do like a lumpia, like a longanisa hubad. Like take out the longanisa from its casing and cook it and add maybe potatoes and stuff or lumpia filling inside the turnover.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
Lumpia filling. What else could you do here? So many things. You could do shredded adobo. You
Oh
could
wait, was I
do-
supposed to brush it again?
No, you're good.
Okay, I did not. Okay.
Yeah, we're just doing it for prettiness on the top. But shredded adobo, I would imagine like day-old caldereta, and you take all the shredded beef with the potato and the carrot, stuff it. So many things you could stuff into this thing.
It's true. It's like it's kind of like a lumpia where you can take it to go.
Yeah,
You know, you eat with your
yeah.
hand. That's nice.
It's a good baon treat, you know.
Dang, we're gonna start the trend, Ginger.
The turnover trend.
Yeah, like turon, whatever, or like
Turon,
turnover.
hand pies, lumpia, hand pies.
Ooh, even like rice, like garlic rice, eggs,
Yeah.
and tocino.
Who is this that did stuff? I think is it AC Boral that stuffs his lumpia with like sinangag and ulam?
Yeah.
So you
Like,
could do that.
dang,
Carbs on carbs on carbs. Someone said dinuguan. Why not?
yeah. Hey, if you eat dinuguan with puto or like rice, might as well,
Put it in a pastry.
yeah.
So
it could be-
the only difference would be if you're using like day old ulam. If it's too saucy, you're gonna wanna thicken that. That way it doesn't soak into your pastry. So you like a little bit of cornstarch and water because you want it to be like a more cohesive filling, so it doesn't spool up. But yeah, you can literally do any ulam. Can you imagine laing? Like, you know how Kisa from Ninong's would make laing popia?
Oh yeah. It's like merging the two worlds together, or two platforms of presenting food together.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can do so many things. The possibilities are endless. You could even do like tocino and just chop it up and add. What would you add to tocino? You could mix it with some cheese, I think.
Ooh, I like cheese. Cheese is good with anything.
Or anything, yeah. So,
Let's see. I'm gonna.
my favorite breakfast. Oh, corned beef in dye. You can put
I love corned beef.
corned beef and patatas in there.
Yes. Oh, so I have a question. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about, for the people that are joining or that just recently joined, that don't know, you were on Chop Sweets, and that was their first season, right?
That was the first season for Chop Sweets, yes.
Chop Sweets. And it was what, 30 minutes of chaos.
30 minutes of chaos of you not knowing what the heck is about to happen. So mine's a little blonde. I think I'm gonna add a minute because it's a little too blonde.
What about mine? Wait, this is the good side, the dark side.
Yeah, add another 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like 30 minutes of chaos, anxiety, fear.
And it was just one, like they were like, you can cook whatever you want, or they were like, use this ingredient.
Yeah, so it's a secret ingredient challenge, not ingredients. So you already know the most that we knew is we were doing dessert rounds. So, and then you were given a basket of at least 2 to 3 ingredients that you don't know, and you have to incorporate it into your dessert. And it's really like literally on the fly, 30 minutes. I mean, cooking like this, it's easy to possibly pull something off, but when you're cooking with competition and taking ingredients from each other, then it's a different ballgame. But
What were the ingredients they gave you?
for the first round, the ingredient that freaked most of them out was corn. But girl, we Filipino.
Yeah.
So
I was like, so they handed it to you.
yeah, I'm like, oh, you gave me corn? Are you serious? But yeah, the first thing they gave me was corn and some bacon and all that. And I think I made a corn and cheese, a mais con queso egg roll. So, digging deep into all the stuff I've eaten all my life and being Kapampangan just like you, where we eat the strangest stuff being Kapampangan too.
Mhm.
And nothing goes to waste in a Kapampangan kitchen. They cook everything from nose to tail.
Exactly. Yes.
So that really came in handy during the competition, and it's pretty much like you're gonna challenge a Filipina to cook with these unconventional ingredients. It's pretty much a given. We got this.
Especially, like my mom, like all the stories growing up where, you, like you said, it's whatever you have.
Yeah.
You make it work. So for them to be like, oh, yeah, you don't know what it is, so we're going to tell you at the last minute, here, go cook it. Like, do you have an idea of what you wanted to cook going in? Or did they give you any prep time once you knew what the ingredient was?
No. So you only knew you were going to make dessert. That's pretty much it. And then once you open that basket, what they don't show on camera is like you have a minute or two to process, just to kind of think about it. Sit there, think about it. They even give you a little piece of paper. They
Only a minute or two?
Yeah, write your thoughts down, and you're there just writing like your game plan. And then they take the paper away and throw it.
Oh my God.
And then they scream, go.
Oh my God. I really thought they were like, okay, here's your ingredients, half an hour to prepare, like to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I was telling one of my friends when she was asking me what was it like, I said, I don't think I've ever run as fast as I ever did during CHOP. And then I watched the video. I wasn't running. I was like bouncing around, but the adrenaline felt like I was like Olympic sprinting into the CHOP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your second ingredient? The one that you won overall with?
Well, the one that it's 3 rounds. So it was the last round that I won overall. And the secret ingredient was rambutan. Again, God's gift to the Filipinos.
OMG. Like, how perfect.
I think I cried the moment I opened that basket.
Right?
I literally cried. And I told them, you guys know that my mom has a rambutan farm.
That's awesome. Like, I wonder, like, if the other chefs were like, well, I guess they're chefs, so you know everything. But I was just thinking, like, what if they opened it and they're like, the hell is this?
Yeah. My co-competitor, the one that I went to the final round with, Angela, I remember hearing her say, it looks like an alien. Because you know how the rambutan has spikes? And they don't show, they edit through a lot of the competition. And what they didn't show was I actually went to her side to show her how to open it and how to, because she was like literally freaked the F out, like, it looks like an alien. So I said, no, don't be scared, don't be scared. I showed her how to open it and how to get around the pit, because there's the pit and the skin. So they
I wish they showed that part. That's because that's like the true Filipino hospitality. Because you could have been like, oh, sucks to be you, but you were like, get over here, let me show you how to.
Yeah, well, they didn't show that, but yeah, that's what went down behind the scenes. So how's yours?
I think it's good to go.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm eating it.
Here we go.
You see?
Yay.
That's your perfect little pastry over. I'm eating it.
I am grabbing my plate, and what are you gonna put on top of yours?
I have ice cream. Hang on.
Yeah, here's all my ice creams. I have my queso.
Mine didn't. My store didn't have. I wanted cheese.
Macapuno and Ube.
Big too.
Yay.
I grew up in Manila, and we have ice cream vendors that walk the street with a push cart, and then they sell ube ice cream like this in the little tiny cups, like when you go to the Albertsons market. But they sell the Filipino magnolia flavors in the little cups with a little tiny wooden spoon.
Oh yeah.
Even as a kid, I ate ube.
What?
That was my favorite. So I
What
think
did you say? Say that again.
even
I thought I heard you say when you were a kid you ate
when
it.
I was a kid, I already ate ube growing up. It was already my favorite flavor growing up. So I will cut into mine just to show you the cross section.
I can't open it. I don't know how to open the ice cream.
It's hot.
Ooh.
So you can get fancy and plate for dessert.
Is there a secret? Oh, thank you.
No, girl.
I'm like, I can't. Thank you, Garland. My best friend is helping me. I'm like, I can't open the ice cream.
Garland is Mary's food stylist.
I will make you a bowl. I will make you. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, so I want to cut into mine too to see what it looks like.
Cut into yours, see what it looks like. Man, I actually have I got some coconut jam too from Island Pacific.
Ooh, that's one thing I forgot to pick up today.
You could actually,
Oh my gosh, when I cut it, it was like so flaky and crispy.
yes.
Ooh.
I wish this was runnier. If I had time, I would make it runnier and put some cocoa jam. But you know what?
Oh, it's okay. You can do it with these.
Mm.
Where's my spoon? You have your ube. Actually, I want to do 1 little scoop of ube and 1 scoop of macapuno.
Yes, because that's what's in there.
Yes. Wait, that sounded weird.
So, if you guys go to Island Pacific, you can actually, if you want to try making your own ube halaya, I would use this product that they carry.
Oh yeah, the powder.
No. This is the frozen one.
Oh yeah. I haven't gotten that before because I'm intimidated. I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, don't be. So it's so simple to make ube halaya. You literally defrost one of these packets. Put in a big caldero sa English. Yes.
Yeah.
And just a pot.
Oi.
And, ang ganda naman. So pretty. But yeah, literally ube halaya is a packet of this, a can of condensed milk, and a can of evaporated milk.
Condensed and evaporated. Oh.
And a packet of defrosted ube. And you stand there and you hollow and you hollow and you hollow until it's a jam. And you add some, maybe 1/4 cup of butter to finish it. But that's literally you make ube halaya. But this product is really good. We like this one.
It's the frozen, and it's the frozen, and it's a cup of condensed, cup of evaporated.
Just so the measurements don't bother you anymore. 1 can of condensed and 1 can of evap. And you cook this with that and add butter at the end. That's all.
Just mix it and mix it and mix it until it's
stand there and you mix. Otherwise, it's gonna stick. But you stand there and you mix.
Okay, got it. Cool. I will have to try that out.
I'm eating it.
Oh, she did this. I'm gonna do that too.
Mm.
You put it on directly, so I'm gonna do that. So I have my cone. My cone, and I'm gonna put my ice cream on it. And so Filipino, I have to smell it first. Ginger, I hate you. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Listen, no, don't go. We don't want to go yet.
No, we're not done. We're not.
Oh my god, you guys, this, because it's like creamy. I can't show you. It's like, you know, when I look at it, it looks like the ube halaya. But then I forget that we put the cream cheese. So it's like super creamy and like the bits of the coconut And then the heat with the cream, and then the ice cream, like cold melting on it. Like I just want to, like, no, just kidding.
It's gonna turn into a mukbang show after.
Oh my gosh, Ginger, you are ridiculous.
I am just matakaw. That's it.
Oh my gosh. See, we're bad together. So let's continue being bad together.
So if you have leftover of this filling, Mary, Aaron can stuff French toast with this for breakfast tomorrow.
I hate you.
Yeah. So take 2 of your bread, put this filling in the middle, and do your French toast batter. Cook it, and then you have ube makapuna French toast.
Dang. Now I'm gonna try.
So many things you can do.
Wait. Oh, Jason, you can come back. I was just kidding.
Okay, fine, Jason, come back.
He was like, okay, my bad. Sorry.
I didn't want to interrupt your food tasting. I am so jealous.
Oh my gosh. No, like literally, like I am special when it comes to baking. And if I can do this, and this is like, it tastes like a professional, like I'm basically a professional now. So
these turnovers will bring all the boys to the yard.
Hey. Yum. Mary, I'm coming over. Wait, you're in San Diego right now. So Ginger, I'm coming over to come and try some.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So
So good.
I mean, I have this jar, so I guess I need to make it.
Yeah.
So now you're always going to keep that in your pantry
Oh my God.
and keep puff pastry in your pantry.
Yeah.
Literally, Jason, this, if you do the halo mix and just put little bits and pieces with the filling, then you have a halo turnover.
Yeah. You know, you guys were talking about cocoa jam earlier, and I was like, ooh, maybe I should make a cocoa jam cheesecake.
You should.
But you need to make sure you try it and test it out first. So I can do this for you.
You have been, especially with my Maja Blanca.
There's a disease there.
Just trying to be fancy. God, you know, we're all friends and we could chat for hours about food. But Ginger, thank you so much for being
Thanks for
here.
having me.
I'm excited for Northridge. You're gonna be in my hood, so I know we're gonna be hanging out. Mary, you're gonna come along for sure.
No, I know the Valley is so excited. Like the Valley is, because they're like, how did Vegas get one before us? But now you're gonna be up in the Valley, I'll be there.
In due time, we were just waiting for timing, and this was the right time. So we're hoping that around late June we can start doing like a soft open or do a friends and family event, and we will let you guys know how it goes.
Awesome. Hopefully, Mary and I make the friends and family list.
Yeah.
We just say friends and family, but we literally invite everyone, and we let anyone in, even if they didn't need to come to the store. We're like, come in.
Well, you know, SoCal Filipinos, we have over 21,000 members, so I think 21,000 people might be showing up.
We don't mind that at all, as long as the city allows us to, within social distancing parameters and all that. And once the world fully opens up, then it would be nice to have a meetup.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. It could be one of our official meetups now that everything's coming up. So I'm really excited. So thank you again. Special shout out to Island Pacific, who is the sponsor with our lovely ube and makapuna and everything.
Thank you.
And then you'll be able to rewatch the video on YouTube, on Facebook. We're on Twitch now. Island Pacific's Facebook page. So we're everywhere. So make sure you follow us. And our next workshop happens to be from 45 minutes from now. So if you guys would like to join us, it's going to be on understanding mental health in the Filipino community. That starts at 4 p.m. We have 4 panelists talking about various things that we may all have gone through. Lots of things to unpack there.
Yes.
And then we're just going to close out with a special video from Island Pacific. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you.
Pag yung buhay weighs on your soul, may maraming problema. mama and working so hard all the time. Ooh, hi America. But don't ever believe you're alone. There's a family at home waiting to share those moments that we call the good old days to remember.
Hungry for the good times, food and family. Island Pacific unites communities. Wag matakot magbigay, giving is for free. We are the same kapwa, I see you and me.
Oh, Island Pacific is here for you. In the spirit of bayanihan. Ooh. Far apart but together as one. Malakas ang loob. So don't you worry, kaya ng Pilipino ito. Though divided, united, malusog at excited.
Tara na sa Island Pacific, a place for you and me, a place for family. Ooh. Hungry for the good times, food and family. Island Pacific unites communities. Wag matakot magbigay, giving is for free.
Spirit of bayanihan. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When I'm losing my grip and all of these seconds are feeling like minutes, no chance that I slip, cause all of my copper with me and they in it. So put a fist up, isang bagsak, you know that's the spirit. We never give up, lakas ng loob, come on and let's get it. The spirit of bayanihan, pamilya at kaibigan. Pagdating sa pamayanan, walang ibang usapan. Sumikap lang at tandaan, sa sambayanan kaya mo yan, lahat sa puso panindigan. Intindihan, abante lang, proud of where we from. With that native tongue, through my lungs, 3 stars in the sun. And we run it to the beat of the drum. This is for Panay's island women, rise in my eyes. We were born to rise, cause we carry and we hold the sky. Rule of thumb, get it done. If we're one, then we won. One by one, overcome. This is home, everyone. So we sung, friends in the family. I only eat if my people is with me. Kapwa Filipino, we can make it here, we can make it anywhere if we got community.
Hungry for the good time, food and family.
Island Pacific unites communities. Wag matakot mag